All right guys, we got the plane out. The first thing we're gonna do is install the horizontal stab, which is this piece here. We're gonna take the tape off. And you'll see that there are 3 wires. These 3 wires are going to get connected to these 3 wires. Now that we have the wires untaped, we're going to simply connect them. They are labeled, so make sure they're going into the right one. So the first one I have here is rudder. Make sure brown to brown, red to red, yellow to yellow. We're just going to connect these. And we have 2 elevators. We're going to plug these in, same thing, make sure they're color correct. Okay, now that we got them hooked up, let's double check and make sure they're right. Brown to brown, brown to brown, and brown to brown. We're going to shove the wires in. We're going to want to make sure we dry fit this. All right, now we're going to glue the tail in. Now that we've got everything pushed down, we're going to dry fit it one more time. Looks good. I'm going to spray a kicker on top here. I'm going to add my CA glue. And we're going to put it together. Push it down and hold it for a second until it locks on and grabs. And just like that, you've glued your horizontal stab. Now we need to attach the rudders. There's a left and a right. What I like to do is pop the servo leads out just so we can get to them. We'll do it on both sides. And make sure the wire is in the channel. Spray a little kicker on here. We're going to add our CA glue. We're going to hold it there for just a second, and just like that, we glued it in. Now, we still need to attach the servo plug. Make sure you got the brown wire going to the brown wire and the yellow wire going to the yellow wire, which we do. And we can simply just push that wire back into its little slot. Once you get the wire all tucked in, it'll look just like this. It'll run right in there. So now we just need to repeat the process on the other side. It's not normal for an E-flite plane to require glue. It's not common at all. But it's just a little bit of glue. It's super easy, as you can see. That quick and we're already done. All right, we got the wire in the channel. Let's go back to the main camera and I'll show you how to install the wing. I'm gonna show you on the plane here that there's 3 connectors. Those 3 connectors are for these 3 connectors. Simply put the wing, attach this, slide it on, and then there's 4 bolts to put it together. Super easy. So let's do that now. Make sure you get it lined up. And then it'll simply just slide in. Just like that. Now, to get our 4 screws, they're in our spare parts bag that we got earlier. You need a 2mm Allen wrench. We're just gonna drop them in. Now we're gonna tighten them down. Now remember, these only need to be hand tight. You don't want to crank down on them. It's a metal screw going into plastic, so just hand tight is good enough. I like to just double check after I get all 4 of them in. All right, your wing is assembled. One last thing that we have to glue on is the paved penny. It's gonna go in this spot right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the kicker to the paved penny itself. We're gonna attach the glue on the spot. You don't need a whole lot. And then we're simply just gonna attach the paved penny. Now that we got the wing on, we're almost done. We got a few things left to finish up. First will be to put the canopy on and put the ordnance on the wings. We're gonna do those last. We're gonna bind it first and get our radio set up and all that good stuff. So let's start there. Push and hold this button in here. We're gonna power on the airplane. We're gonna turn our radio on and bind it to our radio. Now we can let go of the bind button. And now we're fully bound. We're gonna attach this back on. Let's flip the plane back over and we'll look at all the controls. All right, we now have the airplane bound. Let's check our setup is right. If you haven't set up your radio, you're gonna wanna do so by the book, or like I said before, go to spectrumrc.com and download the file, which is what I did. I have my NX10 here, already set up for this airplane, and everything should work. Let's check it out. We're gonna pull up on the elevator, down, that's working correct. Let's check our ailerons, left and right. That works. We're gonna check our rudder, left and right. That works. And we're gonna try our throttle. I'm just gonna hold it here. Throttle works good. Now we can also try our flaps. Flaps are working. We have takeoff flaps and full flaps. Perfect. And let's check the landing gear. I'm gonna pick the airplane up. Gear works good. Let's set it down on the ground and get rid of this stand. All right, we've checked to make sure the plane works. We did our checklist. The next thing we're gonna wanna do is we can install the ordnance package and we can finalize the tape on the bottom of the wing. So let's do that now and then we'll be ready to go. All right, so in the manual they show you what ordnance goes where, which is great. A lot of times I've just always had to look at pictures, but in the manual on this plane they actually tell you. So let's go and put them in. They just slide in, they're super easy. You can't mess this up. Just like that. All right, everybody, that's the A-10. Super simple to put together. Don't be afraid of the glue. This is gonna be an amazing flyer, and I can't wait to fly it. The new smart technology with the battery voltage and the telemetry stuff is gonna be awesome. So thanks for watching. Thanks for following along on the build video. If you guys have questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.